And it's just going to be, you guys are going to be blown away.
We're stepping up our game a little bit.
Yes, and we would like to thank Jeff Woodwine,
Yes.
For coming out.
Talking UFOs. He also
Phoenix
helped
Lights.
along with the investigation.
I mean,
he was a later add-on to the headliner list. Great dude. Lots of information. A huge researcher in the field of ufology. Just really good at what he does. So thank you, Jeff, for coming out. We appreciate that. If we missed anybody, I don't think that we did.
Well, we have some of our workshop people.
Studying it and really watching these things and having them flying real close to me and getting a good view of this, studying the rock art, studying the petroglyphs, I'm more inclined to believe that these things is not technology, but another living entity, another living being. You see 5 lights out there, you're actually seeing 5 living entities. And Native Americans, known as the Hohokams, now the Hohokam is a Pima name for the people who are gone, the people who are missing. Because we don't know what happened to these people. They were here for 1,000 years, they ruled Phoenix, Arizona for 1,000 years, and then one day they just up and vanished. Now this is the same story that goes along not only here in Phoenix, Arizona, but also around the world. And I believe that it has everything to do with these spirits, not crafts, but these spirits of the earth and sky. Now, the first park ranger, his name is C.M.Holbert. This is the information that I pulled out in the Phoenix government department, library government department, that hasn't been told in the last 80 years. Now, he understood about these spirits of the earth and sky. He was the first park ranger. He understood about the tombs that are out there on South Mountain. There you go. Yes. You're welcome. And he was assigned to protect the tombs, to watch, because the idea of it was for the minds to come back and claim what's in the tombs. Now, these lights, these Phoenix lights, and these dead creatures that are flying around the skies are here for a purpose. They're here for a reason. And in studying this, I learned that when the Holocausts first arrived here, first arrived in Phoenix. Now, it wasn't always a desert. We can find evidence of waterfalls. It was like a tropical-like landscape in the Valley of the Sun. And here's some flyers.
Thank you.
Flyer? Okay. And so when the whole house first got here, for people who are gone, for people who are missing, they didn't know how to live. So the story goes that these things came up out of the sand world. Now they didn't come down from a craft, they came up out of the ground. And they taught these people how to survive. And I find this story interesting. Not only did we find this in the same starting in Phoenix, Arizona, but also in the Babylonian, as far as the Anunnaki, when it says these beings came down. And this is the exact same story that we're finding here in Phoenix, Arizona. Now, the petroglyphs on South Mountain, not only on the mountain there, but around the Valley of the Sun, talks about spirals, talks about doorways. If the spiral ends going down, then it's the doorway on the ground. If the spiral ends up, then it's some kind of doorway or vortex in the sky. This is when we're looking at something that a light just magically appears in the sky. This is when a doorway is in open. And when we look at some of these glyphs out here, they're depicting men, stick-figure guys, looking up at flying serpents, flying crosses, flying crooked snakes, if you will. A type of what the Mexicans like to call Quetzalcoatl, the flying serpent. Now, I have filmed this many times coming off of South Mountain, going into South Mountain and coming out of South Mountain. Now, watching all of this, learning all of this, I learned most of this from a Native American shaman in Phoenix, Arizona. He's an employee with the Pueblo Indian Art Museum. Matter of fact, I saw him on television, and he was conducting a tour on South Mountain. And one of the people were saying, well, it looks like this guy here is looking up at something in the sky. It looks like he's carving something that looks like in the sky. And Dave Morris, the Native American, turned around and says, yes, that is part of the interpretations here, is that our ancestors saw and recorded things in the sky to remember. Because they didn't have video cameras back then. They had stone boulders to record their sightings. And this is the reason why sometimes we find petroglyphs in this area, but we don't find petroglyphs over here in this area. It's because nothing happened over here. It happened over here in this area here. And when we look at the petroglyphs, we're supposed to look at the whole landscape. Not just the art itself, but the whole landscape. Because the artist is including the landscape in with the art. For instance, if we see a deer, and he's got crazy antlers.
Yeah.
Okay, it's just
It's okay. Don't.
Okay, if you step back and you look at the landscape behind what the boulder of the deer is carved on, you'll notice that these antlers are actually trail markers for the heel and the back. So it's actually like a type of map. And so when he said, "Oh yeah, that's part of our interpretations," as the Indians, our ancestors might have saw some things in the sky. We quoted him. Hey, this is a new subject on the Phoenix Lights here. No one has ever discovered this before. I was thinking, wait a minute. Now we have strange lights in the sky. Now we have strange carvings on the mountains out here. There has to be a connection. So I contacted this guy, and we went up on South Mountain, and we talked about the petroglyphs. We did about a 3-hour tour, and he went into some crazy stuff. Things that at the time, because at the time, the whole story on the Phoenix Lights, this massive V-shaped craft went over Phoenix, Arizona. But yet we don't find any videos of this. There's not one credible video of anything flying over Phoenix, Arizona. What we do see are lights on the west side of Phoenix. Now we've had sky watches out there. The reason why we have documents of what really happened that night, March 13, 1997, is because there were sky watchers out there who were recording the lights on the east side of South Mountain, on the east side of Phoenix, in Mesa, Arizona. His name was Tom King. He was making the news a lot out there. And he was out there on the west side this time. Matter of fact, him and a bunch of other UFO hunters were out there, and that's when the lights started appearing right above him in the sky on the west side. Okay? And we've got Tom King filming the lights here, and then we have the famous one that everyone's recognized of the lights filmed this way in an arc Formation. Okay, that's the one that everybody's familiar with the Arc Formation. And so we've got a camera here, we have Tom King over here, we have somebody over here also that films the light, which is really, to find that video footage is really hard to find. But that's it. Nothing going over in the city of Phoenix. I have been studying this for 20 years now, and I can't find one evidence, one video, one credible evidence of anything flying over the city. But what I did find, and what I have seen from my very own eyes, are these lights hanging over these energy spots, like these power plants. There's a major power plant on the east side of South Mountain, and it's bored down into the fault lines. The fault lines and the energy lines have everything to do with these lights. They attract, the energy attracts these lights to this spot. So it's like, why South Mountain? What is so special about South Mountain? Why are these lights hanging around South Mountain? Why are tribes from all over the place gathering, coming to this mountain thousands of years ago? What is the whole purpose of this mountain? It has everything to do with the fault lines. South Mountain and most of the mountains around the Valley of the Sun were created by volcanoes. Fault lines generate energy. And the Native Americans say when the sun, because the key is the equinox and the solstice. When the sun goes over the fault lines, it opens up a type of doorway. It attracts these beings, it attracts these things to this mountain. And when Dave was telling me about the spirals, he was saying, yeah, the spiral is ending down. You see how it's ending down there? And there's a crack right there. Well, that crack is the doorway. So at the time, I'm thinking, well, how is the big craft going to go into this little crack right there, right? Until I actually understood what he was talking about. And I understand what the natives are saying when they say spirits and not cracks. Because these things are a type of entity, spirit. They're like a type of ghost. Okay? They're solid in the sky. And when they come down on the mountain, then all of a sudden you can kind of see through them like a ghost. And as they go onto the mountain, they absorb themselves into the rock. I have filmed this many times. This is a new topic on what you might want to call UFO sightings. This is not technology. This is not spaceships and little gray men from Alpha Centauri. I believe that the majority, sure, I'm open to the fact, yeah, okay, the scientists have found 7 Earth-like planets, that could support life. And what's to say, yeah, there could be other life forms out there that has made a craft and could be possibly visiting Earth. Yes, sure, I'm open to this. Do we have any proof of this? No. Do we have speculation of this? Yes. But what we do find, what is credible, what is very credible, is these orbs in the sky, these lights in the sky. And another thing that makes it all more credible is the petroglyphs, because the petroglyphs is our history. Now, if the petroglyph shows a spaceship in the sky, I would say, yeah, look at those crafts. But no, what these petroglyphs are showing is another living being, is another living entity, another species, if you will. And they have always been there. These things have always been there on planet Earth. That's another thing a lot of people don't realize is this is their home also. This is their planet also. This is their world. Just as man is higher than the animals, these things are higher than man. And every time, so the Hopis say that we're in the 4th world and we're getting ready to enter the 5th. And every time the world changes, man needs these things for help and guidance. And that's exactly what happened with the Holocom. When the Holocom arrived here, they didn't know how to live. So these things came up out of the sand world, and they taught these people how to live. The Hopis say that they learned how to weave their baskets from the spider web up into the sky. This is true. I have seen this spider-looking entity fly by my window, and it made video today on News Channel 3, in Phoenix, Arizona. So when I discovered all this, when I proved all this, then I sat myself down for 2.5 years, right? And I saw these crazy things coming and going. And I was making the news there in Phoenix, Arizona, and I'm like, look, this is something new. This is something completely different, This is what the rock art is talking about. I don't believe anybody in history has ever proven that the rock art are the things in the sky. This is the reason why I call my research petroglyphs in the sky, is because this is what we're seeing in the sky today. We are seeing these petroglyphs that are carved on the mountains in the sky today. So when I brought this to the news, this is a whole news theory on with the Phoenix Lights, and I went on to do the pilot for the UFO Hunter show, and also the Ancient Aliens TV series. And later when the UFO Hunter show aired on the History Channel, I ended up doing the show also. And this was back in 2007 when we finally aired on the History Channel. And because this is all a new topic, this is completely new to everybody, because everyone's looking for spaceships. Everyone's looking for, little gray men. Because of this, they're telling me now, Jeff, when you say, when you're going to describe these things, you can't go saying spirits, you can't go saying, entities, you can't go saying angels, because the public isn't ready for this. The public is looking for something different. So when you say these things, you have to say crap. You have to say spaceship. They wouldn't let me say, well, what's really going on here? They're saying, Jeff, you're telling some bizarre stuff, I'm thinking to myself, dude, maybe I should get ready because it's here. This is what's really going on here. And so, 11 years later, I'm getting people from all over the world now. Dude, I filmed a flying snake. Dude, I filmed a flying cross. You filmed that thing years ago. I saw it too. Now people are starting to really wake up that maybe this is something else that we're dealing with here. And maybe it could be, instead of nuts and bolts technology, maybe it is another living being. Maybe it is another living life form, if you will. And that's what the first park ranger knew about. And this was a whole new story on the history of Phoenix, Arizona. Because C.M.Holbert, he talked about these spirits of earth and sky. He knew what these things in the mountains were. He knew how special the mountains around the Valley of the Sun were. It's funny too because, a lot of people think that these things are here to help us, and that's kind of what really happens in the beginning, but you have to look at the history of these things. Paracon is the people who were missing. People who were gone. We don't know what happened to these people. They were here one day, they were gone the next. Right? Even when me and you move, we take our belongings with us. We get the Paracon did. They left everything there and simply vanished. Now the archaeologist wants us to believe, oh well, it just got hot and dry, so they migrated somewhere else. All right, if that's true, where'd they go? We can't find any evidence of where they went. They went someplace else. We find the trail where they went. No, we don't find any evidence of where they went. They were here one day, they were gone the next. Not only this story, but the same stories around the world, where the tribes were here one day, and then all of a sudden they were gone. It happened at the same time. But when you dig into the story, when you dig into what really happened here, what really happened, what these Phoenix Lights really are, this is the biggest conspiracy of all time. The biggest conspiracy of all time, that these things are real, these things are alive, they've always been here. The government's not going to tell you about this because of their history. This is a very scary thing. These things are scary. Sometimes I like to call these things monsters because they look like monsters, man. They're big, jello-looking things. They're creatures in the sky. I have 800 videos of these things, man. I've got day shots. I've got night shots. I've watched these things come and go from the mountains. I've studied the petroglyphs out there. And yes, the petroglyphs, the big giants. Oh, giants, hello. That Superstition Mountain out there on the west side of the Golden Valley. People are saying, oh, it's the Lost Dutchman's gold mine. But you want to know what the Native Americans say about that mountain? Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo. Here we go. Here we go. Well, the giants were here. The giants were in the Valley of the Sun. And when the flood was coming to wipe out the giants, the lead giant said, hey, you guys, run up on this rock. Everybody run up on the rock. I'm going to save you. Run up on the rock. So all the giants right up on this rock. The giant used his powers and he raised that boulder up. The water kept coming. Raised that boulder up. The water kept coming. Raised this boulder so high, it was as high as a mountain. That water still kept coming. And in his last bit of strength to immortalize his people, he turned them all to stone. And when he did that, that's when the water stopped. And to this day, on the Superstition Mountain, you can see the water line where the water of the flood had stopped, and the giants are still up there, turned to stone, high up on the hill. And the lead giant, down here on the bottom, is praying.
I know.
That is the true story of the Superstition Mountains, according to the Native American myths. I find evidence of the giants out there on South Mountain when it comes to the tombs. There's tombs out there. There are hills, pyramid hills. Whether they're man-made or not, it's hard to tell. They could be man-made. But I find evidence. And it's in my book here. It's in my book. Phoenix Lights, Petroglyphsinthesky, True Stories, Myths, Legends, and UFOs Over Phoenix. It talks about this tomb that I'm going to talk about right now. It shows how this boulder was over here and something very big and very powerful broke these stones up. Picked them up, carried them over here, threw it against the rock, and you can see the evidence on how it bounced off the rock and chiseled down and slid into place, and it's been there ever since. Now this stone has got to weigh at least 1,000 pounds. How did the Hohokam able to move the stone without machinery or something like that? Unless it was somebody very big, very powerful. This is the biggest conspiracy of all time. This is the reason why. Because the sacrifice, there's altars up there on South Mountain. Just as we find in Mexico, the altars, Pasapado, the Mayans were here. The Mayans were here along with the Hohokam, along with other tribes also. There's written proof of that. There's petroglyphs that talk about it. The same petroglyphs we find in Mexico, we're finding on the mountains here in the Valley of the Sun. This went on for 1,000 years. Until one day, the sacrificing stopped. The blood stopped pouring on the sacred mountain. And this upset the sun devils. This upset the Phoenix Lights. They didn't worship the sun. They didn't worship the sun. They were treating him as a tyrant god. And all these lights and all these creatures and all these flying snakes that they were worshiping, because they worship these things as gods, they saw that the sacrifice had stopped. Now, in this story here that was dug up in the library, this is Holbert's story. Holbert wrote this, all right, 80 years ago. He says that some of the natives will say that a missile came from the east, or that a heavy meteor came from the east, wiping people out. It also says that the devil came from the east and carried these people away, took these people out of the valley. Now this is consistent. That story there I find on the rocks, on the carvings of the rocks. Where I see these flying serpents, these flying swastikas, these flying entities, these Phoenix Lights, swinging down, picking people up by the heads, and carrying them off into the sky. This is the exact same story that I'm finding out, and it's in the book. I documented all this, 20 years of research into this. Tons of photographs. Talks about the equinox. Look at this. That's that spider. Okay? That made a video the other day in Channel 3. That's that agency that flew by. This is the type of stuff that we're dealing with here. This is not technology. These are living beings. These are living creatures. Okay? And look at this here. Recognize that spread there? There's Phoenix Lights. The Hohokam saw the Phoenix Lights also, and they recorded it on the mountains. It's all in the book here. It's all on South Mountain. It's the petroglyphs. It's our history. And I think it's time that we take a second look at these petroglyphs, not for just native language, not just graffiti. But what if? What if they're telling us their story? What happened to them? Because history has a funny way of repeating itself. And that's what I'm really worried about. Because when we look at the world today, because I hope you say, oh, dude, we're at the end of days, man. We're at the fourth world. We're at the end of the fourth world. We're getting ready to get into this fifth. I got a lot of people saying, dude, I can't wait till that fifth world comes. And I'm like, yes, you can. You can wait, dude, because it's not going to be a very pretty thing. You know? Because this is scary stuff. And this is the reason why the government isn't talking about this anymore. When Holbert died, all his information was buried, gone, for 80 years. I was actually investigating the CCC, the Civil Conservation Corps, that was part of the New Deal from President Roosevelt during the Depression. I went to the government department in Phoenix Library and I said, give me all the folders you have on South Mountain. You know, because for a year, I'm doing news reports, I'm doing cable shows, I'm doing radio shows. You know what I'm saying? Look at the photographs, dude. I'm finding tunes out there. I'm finding evidence of something completely different. How come no one else is talking about this? Like, it was only my word, you know. They didn't really have anything to back me up on this, you know, until I accidentally came across this folder. As soon as I opened it up, boom, there's Holbert. There's Holbert telling me, dude, you're right, you're onto something. He was telling me about the tombs, the Mayans, the gold, the spirits of the earth and sky. I knew it, dude, I knew it. I found it. And that's how, you can't argue with history. So I'm bringing back Holbert. I'm bringing back the true history of the Phoenix Lights here. Okay? You can't deny the evidence. You can't deny the history. Alright? This is what's really going on here. Not someone trying to sell movie tickets. Not somebody trying to sell bogus information on books. But history. The rock art says a completely different story than what we are led to believe in the Ancient Alien series, and other cable shows like this. Okay, we really have to look at it, with an open mind, okay, because there's a lot of disinformation out there. So don't just take my word for it. Investigate this stuff yourself. Don't just take the word of somebody on television. Do the research yourself. Only you can prove what you believe. You've seen something in the sky? Chase it. Investigate it. Find out what it is. Don't let somebody else tell you what it is. Don't let me tell you what it is. Investigate it for yourself. That's exactly what I did. 20 years of research. This is what I came up with. If I would have came up with crafts, if I would have came up with little gray guys, if I would have came up with, hey, the aliens are here to help us, I'd tell you that, dude. I'd say, look, man, they're here to cure cancer, they're here to help us. No. I went a total 180 on this thing when I found out what was going on. And that's why I understand why the government isn't telling you about this. Because this is scary stuff. It's all information. So I don't have a lot of time. So just to wrap it up, you can follow me on Facebook, Jeff Woolwine. You can find me all over the internet, Petroglyphsinthesky, Jeff Woolwine. You can find out all the history. You can find out the book. Matter of fact, I don't make any money. I have not made one dime off any of my research. All the money that comes off the proceeds of the book, I told the publishers to get to the foster kid in Arizona. I'm a foster kid myself, so I'm an orphan, so I'm kind of giving back to the community here. I'm not in it to make any money. I'm not in it to make any fame. I'm in it to get the real history out here. The real history. That's what I'm in it for. I'm not for you guys to go out there and check it out for yourself. Go check it out for yourself. Hike the mountain. If you can't get out to the mountain, then I bring the mountain to you in the book. So, my table's right over there. I'm doing an auction for the book, and I might even probably sell it. I don't know, but I have more flyers on the information. So that's it. Thank you so much.